Beginning to your left, one of the most well-known superheroes of all time. Best known for his massive size, also known for his green skin. No, man now by the name of David Banner, but you know him as the Incredible Hulk. Incredible Hulk is known to hate evil. How many of you have ever heard of Hulk Smash? One thing we know about the Incredible Hulk, he does whatever he has to do to prevent evil. One thing he has is incredible strength, who has been given to him by one of the greatest superheroes of all time. And we will talk about him in just a second. Next, we have another superhero. You won't find him in any comic book, but you will find him in one of the greatest books of all time. As a matter of fact, it's the greatest book of all time, known as the Bible. Standing before you is the hero, is a man. He is known as King David. You know him, right? A couple things about King David you may not know. King David, as a young boy, killed a bear with his bare hands. As a boy, he also killed a lion with his bare hands. King David is best known when he was about 17 years old, standing up to the giant named Goliath, who taunted and made fun of the armies of God. One thing about King David that Goliath did not know is that he also had been given super strength and superpowers by the greatest superhero of all. Up next, you know him as the Caped Crusader. You also know him as Batman. Batman is known for his tricks, for his utility belt, for all his fancy gadgets. He's also known as taking care of business in Gotham City and making sure all criminals are put behind bars. How many of you have ever seen that bat sign up in the moon? Give it up for Batman tonight. One thing about Batman, he is blessed with this incredible intelligence, who also was given to him by the greatest superhero of all. And up, last but certainly not least, is Daniel. Daniel was a man of great character, a man who was trusted by all. Daniel was a man who stood for what was right. Daniel was loved by King Darius back in the time. The time came when a decree was ordered by King Darius that all should bow and pray to him and him only. Now Daniel, being the man that he was, made a stand for what he knew was right, that he would bow before no one and pray to no one except to the Lord Almighty, his God. You may remember the story. Daniel was then taken by King Darius and thrown into into a den full of lions. A stone was rolled over and he was left to die. But we all know that someone shut the mouths of those lions. Someone that we call the greatest superhero of all. His God, the one and true superhero.
Amen.
And last but not least, this superhero we're talking about, the one that gives great abilities and great power, is the one you know as Jesus. The one thing we know about Jesus is that he was a man who was killed. But yet, unlike any of these other superheroes standing before you, he came to life. He was a man who gave the blind sight. He was a man who allowed the deaf to hear. He was a man who allowed the mute to speak. He was a man who forgave sin. So tonight we want to make sure that, yes, we've heard about some of the great and amazing heroes, not only in comic books but in the Bible, but most importantly is the greatest superhero of all time, and that's Jesus. So tonight we're going to end this little presentation. As our kids come up here, they're going to sing to you about that superhero named Jesus.
I know, yeah. We're gonna see who has stage fright. Not my child.
Apparently not. Gracious turning pregnant.
Oh, you're okay.
He's the one who makes the sun shine. He's the one who puts the moon in the sky. He's the one who holds the stars. Number one. He's the one who makes the birds sing. He's the one who makes the trees so high. He's the one who makes me smile. Ain't no day, Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend. Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's fun, man. Jesus, you're my superhero.